Long ago, in the golden age of the great forests and rivers of ancient Africa, there lived a king named Bijia, a ruler feared more than the leopard and more than the harmattan wind. His palace was large, his warriors were many, and his voice was law. Whatever he desired, he took. Whatever angered him, he destroyed. King Bijia believed he was greater than the gods and wiser than the ancestors. He seized farmers' lands and gave them to his friends. He forced hunters to bring him their finest game and punished them if the meat was not to his taste. He once ordered a man imprisoned simply for greeting him without bowing low enough. Another time, he took a fisherman's only canoe because he liked its carvings, leaving the man unable to feed his family. Women trembled when he passed, for he could summon any woman to his palace and claim her as his for a week, even if she was the wife of another man. Many cried in silence, and many homes were broken because of him. Beside him sat 11 elders, men with white beards and walking staffs, meant to guide the king with wisdom. But these elders had become shadows. They feared his temper and his prisons, so they praised everything he did. When he acted cruelly, they called it strength. When he stole, they called it tradition. When he humiliated people, they laughed with him. The gods watched, and the ancestors listened, and their hearts were heavy. Every 5 years, the 10 great villages of the land gathered for a grand festival known as the Gathering of Chiefs, a celebration of peace, unity, and ancestral blessings. The chiefs would meet, dance before their people, share food, and renew their bond as brothers of the land. Drums would thunder, dancers would leap like spirits, and the people would celebrate life. King Bijia was invited, for tradition demanded that all great chiefs attend. He traveled in a golden palanquin, carried by strong men and followed by his elders and warriors. Along the way, the sky darkened slightly, but no one paid attention. The king laughed loudly, boasting of his power and mocking other chiefs, saying none could challenge him. When they arrived at the festival ground, the 9 other chiefs were already seated in their carved stools, wearing shining royal robes and gold ornaments. The people gathered in thousands, singing, clapping, and dancing. One by one, the chiefs danced before taking their seats, and the crowd cheered them with joy. At last, it was King Bijia's turn. He stepped forward with pride, lifting his chin high and spreading his arms as if the whole world belonged to him. As he walked onto the sacred dance ground, something strange happened. A dark cloud formed in the sky, but only above him. The sun still shone brightly over the crowd, the dancers, and the other chiefs, yet above King Bijia, the sky turned black. Suddenly, rain began to fall. Not on the ground. Not on the chiefs. Not on the people. The rain poured only on King Bijia. His royal cloth became heavy and soaked. Water streamed down his crown and face. His proud posture turned into confusion, but he continued to dance, pretending nothing was wrong. The people stared in fear and wonder. The chiefs exchanged troubled glances. The elders trembled, for they knew what it meant. The gods were angry. The ancestors had judged him. The crowd whispered that the sky itself had rejected their king. After the dance, the 9 chiefs summoned the 11 elders and demanded to know the truth about King Bijia's rule. Trembling, the elders finally spoke without fear. They told of his cruelty, his greed, his imprisonments, and his taking of women by force. They confessed how they had remained silent to save their own lives, even when their hearts knew he was wrong. The chiefs withdrew under a sacred tree to deliberate. The drums stopped. The festival fell silent. After a long time, they returned with a grave decision. In
We
front
must
of
stand
everyone,
together to protect
they
our
removed the
lands.
sandals from King Bijia's feet, a sacred sign that he was no longer king. The people gasped as the mighty ruler was destolled. The chiefs declared that a man rejected by the gods and hated by his people could no longer rule. For his many crimes, they ordered that justice be carried out so that fear would leave the land. The elders were sent back to their village with a command to choose a new king, one who would rule with wisdom, justice, and love. And so, a new ruler was chosen, one who listened to the people, honored the gods, and respected the ancestors. The rain stopped, the sun returned, and peace flowed across the land once more. Moral lessons. A leader who rules with cruelty will be judged by both people and gods. Pride can blind a ruler to the signs of his downfall. True leadership is service, not oppression. Justice may be delayed, but it always arrives.